This is the start of the Bright Angel Trail. It's just around that corner. Okay, we have some fresh donkey dung on the trail. Oh, it smells pretty bad. This is the first switch back. Comes around here. And it is some stunning scenery out here. And the funny thing about this trail is that depending on where you stop and turn back, it's either just a moderate trail or it's very difficult and severe. It's about 10:30 right now, so we'll see how far we can get. Say you should do this hike even if you don't want to go very far on it. You get some views that are probably better than the rim. Today's April 7th. There's a little bit of snow still, but it's pretty much cleared. Okay, one of the destinations for this trail. You can go out to this overlook over the Colorado River. Trail continues down here. Goes back around this way somehow.
Oh, should I take a picture of you playing the cube?
That trail continues there, and you can see it goes down here and then does a switchback. Looking back at the trail, looking up to the trailhead. And so far here we got 5G, which is surprising on a trail. Got 2 or 3 bars of 5G. Now this looks, I'm not sure that arrow is a good idea. I think it's more down that way. So the footing here is pretty good so far, and it's not incredibly steep going down. I heard that the Bright Angel side was the longer but more gradual side. And that the Kebab, I think it's Kebab South Trail is the one that's steeper. But so far I can't recommend this trail enough. This is awesome. And I'm trying to video when I'm alone, but there's a decent number of people on the trail. A lot of families are doing this trail. I think the first part is family friendly. All Trails has this about the half-a-mile point. It was a decent descent, but like I said, I guess the major thing is you see evidence of donkeys everywhere. And like I said, there's still a little bit of snow left over. Okay, I notice a trend. The people coming up don't look very happy. I guess that's my future self. But scenery's beautiful. Yeah, the down and up has the same feeling that Bryce has, Bryce Canyon. Squirrel's like 2 feet from me begging for food. If you go all the way through that canyon there and come up on the other side, that's the rim to rim hike. And so far the switchbacks have been pretty long. Now these look like they're shorter. The views here are spectacular, but I think because it starts up so high, they don't really change. That's maybe the difference between this and Bryce, was that at Bryce, every turn there was something new to look at. But I think I have to get down to that overlook to get another impressive view. That's the Colorado River overlook, and I don't think it's too much further. I've gone down about 12 to 1,300 feet in about 1.5 miles. Okay, we're at the 1.5 mile point.
Guys, there's restrooms.
I was looking for the rim trail, and it's not along here. So I go up. I was like, is that along there? No, it's up at the top there. Okay, if you come down from the bathroom, the trail continues down to this overlook. And the Colorado River overlook is getting, it looks like it's much closer now. So we're not too far. We're about 1.5 miles down. I think this is a hike that's doable with the family. Of course, I haven't turned around and gone uphill yet, so I'd say if your kid doesn't like to run a mile, then I don't know if this hike would be for them, but there's been a decent number of families on this trail. Okay, I'm getting close to the 2 mile point, just past an hour, and the trail's not bad, but it's definitely getting worse. I think they must maintain that area above better, or maybe this is affected by weather more. Okay, I just talked with a couple on the trail, and they said they went down to this patch of green down there. That's the village. And so that'd be about 4.5 miles round trip. So I'll see how I feel down there. I really would like to go out to that overlook. And the funny thing is, I don't consider myself hiking today. I'm just scouting the trail out. It's a way of keeping your mind off of what you're doing, so it makes it easier. And the reason I'm scouting it out is because I'm looking to do maybe the Kebab South down to the river and then come up this way. So I wanted to check this out first, and then I'll check out Kebab South, and then if it's not going to be too difficult, then I'll do the rim to rim. But I think the south rim to north rim, I think that's closed right now because the north rim side is not open. And the Park Service recommends that if you do go down to the river, that you camp out there and then come up the next day. But to me, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, because going down doesn't use a whole lot of energy. It's more pounding on the knees. Coming up is the energy, but to me, it's almost easier to come up. I'd rather come up after getting a good night's sleep than go down, sleep on the ground overnight, not sleep at all, and then try to hike up. That just sounds like that's more dangerous. Not only to mention, if you're going to camp out down there, you have to, probably bring a tent and a pillow and bring extra supplies and So you're increasing your weight drastically. To me, the less stuff I have with me, the more fun I have on the hike. Now, if a hike is dangerous, then you definitely have to take precautions. So I'm not suggesting people go down without water. But don't go down with like 5 gallons of water. So this rock is the 2-mile mark for me. It's a little bit over an hour and 15 minutes or so. And the number of people on the trail dropped off appreciably after the bathroom and after the overlook. But I do see this switchback. We'll go down to that area and then continue switchbacking. Okay, we found a lizard on the trail. Just chilling. We're not in Utah anymore, so there's not as many funky trees. Okay, I can see that building up at the top. That was the building at the beginning of the trail. And if you go along that entire rim up top for 12 or 14 miles, then that's the rim trail. Now, I think they have the rim trail listed as moderate or difficult. But I think that's mainly because it's just the length of it is, most of it seems to be flat and paved, but I've only done short sections of it, so. Now we're starting to come onto a section that has a different type of rock. Or maybe a different weathering pattern. First time seeing that rock. Now, because of the donkey dung, I think there's a lot of flies, which give you the incentive to keep going, because if you stop, the flies will start to swarm you. Now, I said the trail wasn't as maintained past that one point, but it seems to be pretty well maintained here. So maybe there's just that little short section. And it was really just, they put logs in for the steps, and the dirt where the log is kind of dug out up there, maybe between 1.5 miles and 2 miles. But I would say overall these trails are really well maintained. These trails are so good that my best skill is being wasted. And that's my skill of backtracking. Okay, this area I just came through, I would say the steps are getting steeper and more difficult. But still, it's a really well-maintained trail. It's just more of a step down. So if you had kids, I wouldn't bring them into this section. Okay, it looks like not too far, maybe 1/2 mile further, and there's, I don't know what you call them, cabanas or like just covered picnic areas up here. Let's see if I can get a shot. But I hear people screaming. I think they're trying to get like a canyon echo going. I'll zoom in over here. Little picnic table areas. I think that might be a bathhouse too. They might have running water. Now, if you ask anybody in my age group about hiking in the Grand Canyon, the first thing they may bring up is the Brady Bunch episode where they got lost hiking in the canyon. Okay, here's somebody talking about people getting lost in the canyon, but they're up on the edge there and they're speaking very loud. I think there must be a ranger class out there. There was no ranger up in the canyon, it was just the people on the donkeys and the leader talking about the donkeys going over the cliff. Okay, this is the part where I realize it's 4.5 miles down to where I'm going. That means it's 9 miles on the trail. I was thinking this is just gonna be a really easy scouting, but it's such a beautiful day out and so awesome. The people on the trail are really good. Okay, we're getting closer to that rest area. We're coming up on the 3-mile mark and 3 hours. Okay, the Colorado River overlook is definitely getting close here. Just have to go down here, stop at that rest area, go down to the little village area, go out to that overlook, and then come back. Okay, coming up on the rest area. This is 2 hours in. At the 3-mile point, going up to an overlook. Okay, we're just past the 3-mile point. It's about 2,300 feet down so far. Right now I'm feeling really good, really hydrated, very rested. But I'm sure that's gonna change when I turn around. I like on the trail are these little alcove areas where you can just stop and rest. This is about almost 3.5 miles down. So it's another mile down to the village. I think we'll get down there and see how we feel. Feeling pretty good, so might be able to make that Colorado River overlook. Thinking it's not too much further. It looks like get a little bit, like maybe 1/2 mile down there, and the trail will level out. This is the first purple tree I've seen on this trail. I haven't seen too many cactus either. Just came around a turn and there's this stunning wall. I don't know what it's made out of, but it's like, I'm not saying it's sparkling, but it's giving off a sheen. And it looks like it's maybe the whole wall with the water comes down. Maybe there's some mineral that comes over it and gives it that sheen. Here's some more of those pretty purple flowers. Okay, I thought this was going to be the flat level area, but it's instead the rocky area. but still such a beautiful day. Incredible to be out here. Yeah, All Trails says we've gone about 4 miles, and we're almost to the 4.5 mile destination. So I'll record when I get there. I thought it would level out, but I'm still going down. Okay, I see something here. I think there's a visitor center down here. Okay, I don't think this is a visitor center. I think this is maybe places where the Rangers live. And the sign back there, it said stay on the trail. There's some trail markers up here, so we'll see what this says. Wow, this is just like a pretty kind of overlook on the side here, which goes by the wash. Okay, this says Ranger Station Campground, day use, toilets, and water. I don't think the water's on right now though. Overnight camping only. Guess you can't camp during the day. Let's just check it out. Okay, I'm down in the campground area. I guess this is where you would stay overnight if you were going down further and then coming back up. It's just a pretty little area. They have the water. The water's running, fortunately. And the bathrooms are clean. So if you decide to stay in the campground, this is an example campsite. Wow, it's so lush in here. This is so different from the rest of the trail. It's definitely a good area to camp out for the night. Oh geez, I'm still scouting out, so it's hard to turn around while you're scouting because I'm going really slow. And they have water down here, so it's got very lucky. I bet a week or two ago the water was off. So here's the signs. Campground information, water, toilet, and day use. I realized while I'm feeling pretty good, it's probably a 3-hour trip back up, which is going to be about 5 o'clock, unfortunately. So I'll give myself a couple more minutes, scouting out here, just to see what else is out here. Okay, I think the scouting trip is over. I'm just gonna head back up. So I'm heading back up. I'm hoping I can do it in 2 hours, because coming down I did a lot of stops to take videos and pictures. We'll see. I shouldn't have looked, but we have about 3,000 feet to go. I'll see you up at the top. I think I found a way I can drive up. I think I'm about a third of the way up. Still such a gorgeous day out.
Somebody up in the rim.
Still think this sign is misleading. This is the last little bit. So bye for Bright Angel, Grand Canyon.